decimal representation of rational numbers, the concepts before exercise 1.3. Now this is a fraction and this is also a fraction, so these are two rational numbers, so we can represent them in decimal form, right? So let us check how to represent these numbers into decimal form. First of all, what you have to, already 25 by 16 means 25 should be divided by 16. So here, as we have to represent in decimal form, after that you write some number of zeros, any number of zeros you like, right? Now, every time, I don't know why the students will confuse in division. So to remove the division, every time, so confusion in division, every time you consider only one digit in the dividend. So 16, first digit is 2, no? 16 zeros, 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Now write 5. So 25. You have to read 16 table. 16 ones 16, 16 twos 32, no? So 16 ones 16. Right? So 25 minus 16, it is 9. So as you are crossing decimal point, keep here decimal. Write here 0. Now read again 16 table. 16 1 16, 16 2s 32, 16 3s 48, 16 4s 64, 16 5s 80. Right? 16 5s 80. Remove, subtract. You will get 10. Write again 100. Now 16 6s 96. Subtract, you will get 4, 0. 16 2s 32. Subtract 8. Write 0. Right. Any number of zeros you can write. 16 5s 80. So it has terminated, right? So you got remainder 0. The division got terminated. Now in the same way, let us divide 17 by 5. Similarly, what you do, you keep any number of zeros, means it means 17 holes are there. After that, after decimal point, there will be fractional part. So 0 0 zeros means there is nothing. Zeros means all nothing, isn't it? That is why if you keep decimal point and after that any number of zeros, the value of the number won't change. But if you don't keep 0, it will be very dangerous. So you must keep a 0, must be visible very clearly. So now 5 zeros 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, write 17, next digit. 5 threes 15, 2 is remaining. As you are crossing 0, keep here 0, right? So right is right 20. So it is 5 4s 20. Ended, right? 0. Therefore 17 by 5 is equal to 3.4. Right? Here 25 over 16 is 1. 1.5625, right? But if there were students, they would have reminded me. Sorry, I have written wrong. So it is 17 by 5, right? Now, in the same way here, 5 over 3. We have to divide 5 by 3. So what you do? 5 in the middle as a dividend and 3 divisor. And you can keep any number of zeros, because after keeping decimal point, if you keep a number of zeros, the value of the number won't change. It represents fractional part. This represents the whole number part. Before that there were 5 holes. Now also there are 5 holes. There is no any fractional part here, right? But without keeping decimal point, if you write zeros, the value will change. So now 3 ones 3. Subtract, you will get 2. As you are crossing decimal point, keep here point and write. You can now write here this 0. Number became 20 now. So you know already 3 6s 18. subtract, you will get 2. Write this 0. Right? Again 3 sixes, 18. Subtract, you will get 2. Again write this 0. Right? 3 sixes, 18. 2. So by this you should understand that it will continue as 1.66666, right? So that is 5 by 3 is equal to 1.666 dash dash dash. This can be written as 1.6 bar, right? So here the repeating number is 6. Repeating number is 6. That is called period of the decimal, right? And the number of digits in the repeating part is only 1. How many digits are repeating here? Only 1. So that is 1 is called periodicity. Right? Remember this. Let's continue the second problem. We have to divide 1 by 7. Right? So keep any number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Enough, right? So if needed, we can continue by keeping any number of zeros. So first one won't go. 7 zeros 0. Subtract remainder 1. Right? So as we are crossing point, keep here point, write this digit. So 7 ones 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. Write this digit. 7 fours 28. 2 is remaining. Right? Right here 0. 7 twos 14. Remainder is 6. Right? Next 0. 60. 7 eights 56. 4 is remaining. Right? 4. 0. 7 fives 35. Let me continue here. So 35. Remaining is 5. Right? Keep 0. 7 sevens 49. 1 is remaining. 10. So you got 10 here, no? So means it will continue again. 7 ones 7. 3 is remaining. So it repeats now. 7 fours 28. So it will continue like. So our repeating part here is, right? So 1 by 7 is equal to 0.14285 bar. For the repeating part you have to write bar. Right? 142857, right? So here 142857. The whole number is actually called a period. 142857. The number 142857 is period. And the number of days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. 6 is a periodicity, right? 6 is periodicity. This number is period. If we observe here denominator is 16, here denominator is 5. So the decimal representation of this fraction we got as terminating, and this also we have got as terminating decimal. But when the denominators are 3 and 7, the decimal representation is not ending, right? It is non-terminating repeating decimal. This is also non-terminating repeating decimals. In that way, all the fractions can be represented in the form of terminating decimal numbers or non-terminating repeating decimal numbers. But you have to have some clarity when the numbers will terminate, when the numbers won't terminate. If you observe carefully the denominators, here factors of 16, and we must be careful that the fraction should be in its simplest form. Right? Fraction should be in its simplest form. What is the simplest form of a fraction? So if you see this, 7 into 3 by 3 into 2 into 3, right? So 7 3s 21, 2 3 6. So simplest form of this 21 by 6 is if we cut this common factor 7 by 2, right? We have to see the factors of the denominator. In the factors of the denominators, if there are only 2 and 5, that will be a terminating decimal. If any number other than 2 and 5, the fractions will be non-terminating repeating decimals. But if you observe here in the factors of denominator, there are 2 and 3, 6. Denominator is 6, its factors are 2 and 3. Just now, as we discussed here, there is a factor other than 2 and 5, 3. If there is denominator 3, if the factor is 3, that should be non-terminating repeating. But if you observe here, there is a common factor 3. So nothing but the fraction should be in its simplest terms, right? Simplest form. 7 by 2 is the simplest form of 21 by 6. Now, this will also be a terminating decimal. This as 21 by 6 value is 7 by 2 and there is only one factor 2. Right? That is what you have to remember this.